In this video, I take the all-wheel drive cars on at the Nürburgring sprint layout, and I get absolutely sent off circuit by a very aggressive Atenza driver. Hello everyone, and welcome back to a Gran Turismo video where I'm in the V8 Vantage at Group 4 in a Beat the Meta you haven't seen. So I'm currently on holiday, and I decided to show you a Beat the Meta that didn't go according to plan. So this is way back in April when Nürburgring Sprint layout first came out in Group 4, and we're attacking this. This was Daily Race B at the time as we head towards Turn 1 for the first time of asking 6 laps here at the Nürburgring Sprint layout. As we go through that right-hander, already I got somebody off in the distance there. They come back on unghosting and continue on, and we're still in last, which is not a good start. So if you're new to Beat the Meta, the idea behind this series is that the meta car, in this case the Atenza and the Subaru that we can see in front of us here, we have to try and beat those cars, the strongest cars, in a car that isn't as strong. And I chose the Aston Martin Vantage Group 4 car in this instance, as they go 3 wide up ahead. 3 wide does not work here, folks. I'm telling you now. You can't hear me as I go down the inside, and I go 1 place, 2 places. I'll take that. Didn't quite get 3 there as Maz continues ahead in P13, but we're up to P14, finally making some moves here as we go through the left-hander, then into the right. So Nürburgring Sprint layout, an absolutely quality track in Group 4. I did make a video on this at the time as well. It's a brilliant circuit for Group 4. It really is. It does allow some close competitive racing. As we see somebody ghosted in the distance there. They're taking the penalty. That's Rosso, the Spaniard in the Atenza. We start looking down the inside. Not going to go for that move. They're going to keep our back out of it for now. Fight another day as we go through that right-hander. Now, this Aston Martin Vantage was a little bit oversteery. It was very oversteery, in fact. Not even a little bit. It loved a bit of power oversteer. And I actually love the physics right now in Gran Turismo. Oh, Jessica just got punted by the Atenza. We got somebody else out there in a V8 Supercard Atenza. The Jack Daniels livery there as we head towards the hairpin. Russell got 5 seconds for the Jessica takeout. I mean, fair play. That was a good old takeout. We got somebody else off there. Drifting. Oh, my word. There's chaos here in this first race. Oh, straight onto the French driver. We'll try and get that done. There we go. Up another place for us as Pacioski literally came on and punted that KTM machine there. Right, we're going to leave that corner then. We have the Jack Daniels machine behind us. Who's going to take a penalty? Thank goodness for that. Rosso takes that huge 5-second penalty against Jessica. And we're going to head towards the chicane, looking at the Italian, then in towards braking zone we go. And they came back on the racing line right at the end. There's a little tap, but nothing major as we go through here. I did brake slightly earlier just to avoid as much contact as possible. We're up into P10 so far, heading towards the end of lap 2. Not looking too shabby so far. And this car is managing to compete against the Atenza and that Subaru WRX as we head towards that line. I'll say I'm on holiday, so this is a series, a bunch of races you didn't see in terms of this Beat the Meta. So I do hope you enjoyed this. If you are, subscribe to the channel. Lots of content available, and do like it as well if you did like this video. Lots of videos on the channel and plenty more to come this year as well. So the Italian punts Maz off there, the Subaru with the classic livery there. Going back down the inside, a little bit of a punt back there. So we're going to look down the inside of the Italian of Pacioski, or some form of Sky, actually. Sky. It's not, they're not Russian, they're Italian, Martin. Get it right. Anyway, through the right we go. Continue on out there in P9. We advance further on then towards the end of lap 3 as we head towards this really annoying chicane. I absolutely hate this one. I wish it was the other chicane. I think this circuit would be brilliant then. So, hello. Maz slowed down the apex. We had to slow down to beat, but the Italian gave us a nice little bit of nitrous there. A huge bump draft all the way up into P8. I'll take that. Thank you very much, mate. That is, very much appreciated. Right, we advanced to lap number 5. About to go to lap 6, the final lap of this first race then, and we have Twitch bias up ahead then. So they're going to head towards that inside. We're going to go towards the outside then as we head into this braking zone for the final time in this first race. Looking around the outside. Is it going to work? No. Going to look for the cutback. Not going to work either. That Atenza very strong early on the throttle. I do have to be careful in this Vantage. As I say, it does like a bit of power oversteers. We'll leave that corner then. They stay defensive then. In towards the left we go. I really want to get on that inside though for a good line. They defend that very nicely indeed. Over towards the left, through the right we go. They go a bit deep here. Going to have a really good run. They're out wide as well then. We're going to have a really good run. Not too much run. They go defensive then as we head towards the hairpin. Going to try around the outside, but they will have dirt on their tyres a little bit here. So a little bit of contact there. But there is space. There is space to be fair, so we continue on out of there. And I do think they've got a livery. I think the game's a bit bugged there because it showed me a livery and they don't have a livery on. Bit bizarre, but we will see that livery later on in the video. So Yeah, a bit unusual there as we head through the right-hander then. So, oh, we just got a bit too close to them. A bit of a bump draft there as we tried to get the run towards the chicane. Can we get a run out the chicane? That's my next goal here. If we get a massive run out the chicane, maybe we can just boot it past them before the last corner. They go defensive very early here for the chicane, so they're taking a very tight line here. Through the left we go. Oh, no, too much oversteer. This silly oversteer in this Aston Martin. I say it's silly. It actually makes the car really fun to drive. But we're going to head towards the line then, and we're going to fish in P8. Not too bad. P16 to P8. 8 positions gained in that race, and we do have A+ in there. Remember, a rule of Beat the Meta is we have to have at least one A+ driver in there, and we've got Niki Lauda in P6. Right, okay, let's jump to the next race then. Which number are we going to now? It's race 2. We're starting P9 there. 132.0 we've got in terms of laps. Starting behind the Twitch driver bias there. And you can see that livery on there now. That's what was shown in that right-hand side, but wasn't showing on screen. So very bizarre indeed. Anyway, it's showing now. We can have a good race here. And it looks like there's some exhaust coming out the back of that with those eyes. And we get a track limit penalty, unfortunately, at the chicane. Very easy to do there if you attack it a bit too hard. And that's what I was trying to do. Attack it hard and try and get a run on this big old group that's fighting in the distance here as we head down towards turn 1 then. Trying to go around the outside potentially of the 95 car, of the SpongeBob car, and not going to quite work there in towards the left then. And this train of cars goes all the way up to P4. We can actually see P1 in the distance as well. So it's not all said and done here. It's not down the inside of the Spaniard. Oh, we get it stopped beautifully there. That is a good old move as we head into the right then. Oh, the Spaniard's still there. Going to try around the outside of the Spaniard then. Oh, are we going to get it done? Oh, we are. What a beautiful move there. Now we've got Niki Lauda ahead of us here in towards the braking zone we go. And we're going to be side by side. Remember, Niki Lauda is an A+ driver. We said that just before. Through we go. Bias loses no position there to a Subaru. But you can see here the Atenza and the Subaru absolutely dominating this race. They're absolutely everywhere as we head into this right. So we've got a 0.5 second penalty. How many places am I about to lose, folks? That is the question. Head over towards that right-hand side. Be a good sportsman there. Let the penalty take place, then continue on. So the WRX is going to go through here. We're going to go towards that left-hand side. Then we can go defensive at this point. Take that defensive line versus that V8 supercar livery Atenza. But they make it clean on pass there. That's a beautiful move by Datenel. It sounds, I don't know. I don't even know what it sounds like here as we continue on. Is it meant to be Daniel? I'm not too sure. Anyway, head towards the braking zone we go. It could be Daniel to represent Jack Daniels. I'm not sure. Through the right we go then. Oh, we got a spinner there. Somebody going round. That's Red Fox then. So we take one position. But we are in this hectic fight then through the right. Oh, that was nearly into a barrier there for the Norwegian. We leave that corner then. Do we have a run on the Jack Daniels machine then? As we continue towards turn 1. Lap number 4 beginning now. And oh, look at that. Real Racing goes towards the right. BTRC towards the left. In towards the braking zone we go. They break early here, so I'm going to have a look down the inside. I do slow the car down enough here. And Jack Daniels just doesn't see me here. And they get a bit of a spin there. The rear really coming round. And Bias gets an advantage then. So we're going to look in towards the left then. Try and retake this position back. So we don't technically lose anything here. Down the inside of the SpongeBob machine. Oh, got drifting up ahead there. So we're ahead of the Spaniard now. Through there we go. Unfortunately for us, the Spaniard's going to absolutely send it there and send us to the rounds. Absolutely just awful driving there. I've got to be honest with you. Absolutely awful. You should give that position back. Bias doesn't, so I wouldn't recommend checking out their Twitch channel, to be honest with you, because if they're doing stuff like that, not something I want to watch personally, so something maybe you don't want to watch either. Right, let's get back to the racing. We've got Jessica there in the... I think it's that Powerpuff Girl machine. I swear I just saw some Powerpuff Girls on the... I can't see Powerpuff Girl. I haven't watched that in years. What's going on there? Is it still around? I have no idea. But Jessica gets a good run here. Down the inside they go. Side by side. The WRX looking very strong on acceleration. And through the right-hander, head towards the chicane. I'm on the inside still, so maybe I can get this to work. There we can see the Powerpuff Girls then. And yeah, well, the machine is clean on through there. Showing the power of those superheroes as we go through the right-hander and continue on then. So we head towards lap 6 then. We've got BTRC with a 0.5 second penalty then. In towards the right we go. Jessica looking down the inside. Not going to quite work then. We continue on out of there and in towards the left-hander. Looks like status quo for now. Not the band, of course. I do mention that quite a few times. Oh, nearly! That was a nearly rear ending there of that Subaru. BTRC running quite deep here. Jessica looking for the cutback then. We're going to try and follow suit. Bias so far out. They're technically on the grass there. That should be a penalty, really. It's so far off. Yeah, you get track limits sometimes, and they're hilarious. Watkins Glen, you go like a little bit out and you get a 0.5. But there you go, so far off the track, you don't get one. But they do get dirt on their tyres, which is why BTRC is looking around the outside of that Atenza then as we go into the left. Oh, slight clash of cars there as we continue towards the right then. Look at all this racing action then. We like this. This is good as we go through here then, looking around the outside of Jessica. Oh, we clipped the gravel a little bit. That's going to slow us down. We got Red Fox right behind us as well. BTRC taking that penalty. We get a bit of bump drafting there from the Atenza driver. Jessica looking down the inside of the Spaniard then as we head towards the chicane for the final time in this second race. In we go. We can slow the car down as we go through here. Oh, everyone's slowed down there. There's a slight tap with Jessica, but I'd argue I was there as well. In towards the right-hander we go then. Look at this. Look at the radar there. We've got 5 cars on radar there. 5 arrows as we head on out of there. And it looks like Bias gets P8, Jets gets P9, and we get a P10. So going down in our positions, even though we started further up the grid. Not good, not good. Let's jump to the next race then, where I'm going to improve my time just that little bit more here. We're starting in P2 now. Into the 31s we go. Definitely a low 31 possible in this car. Jabberwocky starting in P1 in race 3. We're ahead of Kieran. Shout out to you, Kieran. You did say hello multiple times, and you did come in the stream after I did some of these races as well, so shout out to you. This is also a different day as well, so you'll see a lot of different drivers to when we were previously racing. So Subaru ahead there. The Subaru is the easier of the all-wheel drive cars to drive versus the Atenza. The Atenza's a bit weird to drive, to be honest with you, as the Jabberwocky goes all the way on the outside there. Going to get dirt on your tyres if you do that. See, they can't quite turn in to that left-hander, so I'm seeing a bit of a weakness there to Jabberwocky. If we can keep up with them, maybe we can take advantage of that. Who knows? We've had to lap number 5, where nothing really changed throughout the race, apart from a couple of people leaving there, which you can see on the left-hand side. Jabberwocky still taking that line really far out there. In towards the brakes, there we go. You can see how much it impacts that car then, as we really do catch up to them in towards that left and then the right-hander. Now, the goal here is beat the meta. We have to get P1. It's not a case of coming P2. We have to get P1 here as we head in towards a hairpin. Now, I know they had dirt on their tyres, and I can see that they're understeering a little bit here. We're getting very close to that Subaru then. Maybe we can have a run towards the chicane. That's what I'm aiming for here as we head in towards this left-hander. The Aston loved this left-hander, actually. Really, really strong versus the all-wheel drive cars there as we head into towards the right-hander. Look how close we are here. Looking to try and get the run. I have to let off a little bit there to try and get the run. Here we go then. What is faster? A Subaru WRX or an Aston Martin V8 Vantage? Here we go through the right-hander we go. It looks like the Aston Martin a bit quicker than in a straight line as we head towards the chicane. In towards braking zone we go. I can't really go around the outside here. It is not possible. I was thinking in my mind, though, maybe I could just, tap them a little bit and cheat a little bit. But no, that's not TCR way. We don't cheat. So, no, I didn't do that. Although it did cross my mind, I've got to be honest with you. But, you think about TCR. We race clean and respectfully, and we are trustworthy. Even so, we head towards the last lap. We're in the same situation again, but deja vu here as we head towards the chicane, and in we go. So I was hoping to break a bit earlier here, get a good run out of here. So we get close here, try and boot it out as much as we can. We started doing second gear out of that corner now. We get more oversteer, but it was quicker as we head towards the final corner. And the Atenza looking down the inside. Then Danny on the last lap, sending it there down the inside. Beautiful little effort here as we lead that corner, and Danny not going to quite make it work. And we finish in P2. Started P2. Finished in P2, but a couple more A+ drivers in there to race against them. So I decided to go again, and we had one more shot here before we started the stream on that day. And that was P2 starting again. This time Jonathan with 31.0 there in pole position. And nothing changed in that race. It was the exact same. Literally stuck behind the Subaru the entire time. Just a bit too strong. And I ran out of time. I ran out of time to do any more. So with that was a beat the meta, where I didn't beat the meta. I came P2, unfortunately. And that is the end of this video. If you did like it, please do like it. Subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content. I am going to come back and do the V8 Vantage. Don't you worry. I say that is it for me, folks. Au revoir, farewell, goodbye. And I hope to see you in another video or live stream very soon once I'm back from holiday.